Shut that off. Oops. All right. Get some music on the situation. Put these on the right way. Still not quite hot enough. Okay, I'm back from lunch. So we only have 11 adult shirts to do. That is it. In the front left chest. Let's try not to mess this up. I think I'm going to give myself a center mark on all these shirts. And then the other thing I don't want to do is have to take this off the press like I did the other ones. So I want to try and do this without having to remove every single shirt. Yes, it's probably going to take me longer because I can only work at one shirt at a time. So this is a 2XL. It's the biggest. We got one 2XL. We got 5XL and 5 large. So the way I do it is I've already set up the lasers. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but this laser is set up right on the edge of the collar, the left-hand side. And since this is 2XL, I have my center mark and at 9 inches. So again, we're going to fold these. These are really small. And again, I've already put in a center mark on this shirt. So this laser here is not straight across, obviously. We should probably check to see if this one is straight down. That's the main thing. What do we got here? 3.5. So this is out a little bit. Could cheat a little bit. That's just over 3.5. That's just over 3.5. So that's pretty straight. I think that's where it's supposed to be, right there. Again, I got to pre-press it, so I pre-pressed it. Let's see how this goes. It's still not quite up to temperature, but that's all right. Huh. See what happens. So my plan is the 2XL 9 inches, XL 8.5 inches, and then the large 8 inches. Now, I really do not want to take every single shirt off the pallet to let it cool down. So I'm going to try, even though this is going to take longer, try and wave it up and down. You know what? I'll just take it off. Keep doing what I was doing before. And we'll take a look at it too to make sure that it looks about right. So, this is an XL. The only thing is I guess it doesn't matter if I move the lasers, which I'm going to have to. So find the center mark. Since these are side seams, just let the middle drop, like open it up, and then put your two seams together. And that's one side. Find the middle there, then grab the neck and put those two seams together. And that should be about the middle. And then grab the whole thing up like that. And we're just going to give it a quick shot. Is the plan. I don't have, if there is a function on this press, how to do it, just give it a quick shot. I know on a real stalls, they do have something like that. But let's just hold this up and see what it looks like. See if it looks like it's in the center. She looks pretty darn good to me. Looks big for an XL, doesn't it? This brand of shirt is big. So, hopefully we don't have to move the one laser. Hopefully that collar is still pretty close. So all we're doing is we're just lining that where we did that fold. Let's stretch this out. And look at that. Is she still looks pretty good to me. But this measurement will be wrong. It's going to have to go up 1/2 inch. I know it seems crazy, but that's why I did the 2XL first, because there was only one of them. Nine. I'm just going to move that up 1/2 inch. It won't, it doesn't, it never, oh, moved the wrong one. No, it didn't. Come on, move up. Maybe I got to leave the, guess how much that moved? None. I know 1/2 inch doesn't seem like much. Seems crazy to go through all that just for 1/2 inch. Maybe it won't go up 1/2 inch. Can I get this one up there? Huh. No. Oh, wait. I loosened it off. Let's double check that now. That looks pretty good, I think. Yeah, 8.5. All right. Let's get this bad boy out. Let's double check. I don't know what that is. Double check. Just put her hands on both sides. See if it feels like it's the same. It does. Feels pretty good. All right, let's give it a pre-press. All right. Now let's let's see what mess we made of this nightmare. That looks pretty darn good, man. I like the location of it. All right. I think we're rocking, at least for the extra large. Seems like I got this collar over a little bit. Let's make our fold. It was this one, right? It's hard to see the it's good. I'm gonna end up moving that one of these times. I hate taping it. This is not going to take long. What is it? 1 o'clock? Huh. Yeah, it's not going to take long. So like I was saying before, these little ones, even though I charge the same amount for the shirt, I stick these in all the spaces of the sheet because why would you waste the sheet? And remember, as always, everything gets double pressed. See, I'm a 2XL and these shirts are big. I find them big. All right. And we only have 11 of these too. There's a bit of messing around, I guess. I want to take a look at this one too before I do any more. Or not this one, but this one I already looked at. Looks good. The big boy shirt. I had to double check and make sure it was on the right side. And yes, that is something I could do. Let's see what this one looks like. Looks good. Double check our measurement. We're pretty damn close, man. Just about right on. Looks really good. Okay. So at least the 2XL and the XLs will be done, right? Theoretically. I think it's worth the extra step to put that center fold in. I normally don't, but these are bigger shirts, I mean, it really only takes an extra 30 seconds or something. Take a lot longer to put a new neck tag on and have to redo a shirt. That takes longer. And then I'll end up with another shirt for me to wear. That's what I get, is all the mess up ones. Now I gotta check with this customer about putting full back on one. That's what I could do, is make an extra shirt, because I have lots of these front left chests, and just give it to them, which I do that all the time. Customer will they'll order shirts, and I'll get extra transfers, because it doesn't cost me anything for the transfer for a hat. They're so small, and I'll give them a couple of free hats and let them know that I can embroider them. Like, I mean, not all designs you want to embroider. Oh, I don't anyways. All right. It's finding this center that I have trouble with. I think that's it. I know doing this is silly, but I don't care. Did I press that one again? I can't remember. I can't remember if I pressed it twice or not. She might get pressed 3 times, yeah. It doesn't hurt to double check that you got your stuff in the right spot. Did they update the... No. They haven't updated that since this morning. That is not what that's the station I'm listening to, but that's not what I'm listening to. You know, I'm going to put one of these on upside down. I did do a very good job of cutting that. I might press that one again, just in case. You can kind of tell when you look at them, if you know it's pressed right, if you can see the actual grains of the shirt in the DTF, that's how you know it's done right. I can see all the grains of that shirt. Now what I'm curious about is, can you see that with one press? That much I do not know. If I stick it back here, I can't mess up, I don't think. The other thing I don't want to do is put it on the back, because that can be done too. Especially when you're doing your fold. All right, let's go back to doing it the way I was doing it before. That looks perfect. Oh. What's that? Smoke, man. What was that? Was she wet? Steam coming out of there was crazy. That freaked me out, man. I thought it was on fire. Maybe I better keep some plastic on it or something. At least unless the shirt's really damp for some reason. Yeah, it didn't. Double check this. Anyways, that's why you want to pre-press them. Because these shirts have moisture in them. And if you don't pre-press it, your transfer will not stick to a wet t-shirt. I mean, you can feel it with your hand. Oh, I forgot to turn this back on. Now what's going on? Something weird is going on. Here I thought I was going to be done quick, and all this craziness. My monitor went out for a sec. Yeah, anyways, like I was saying, you want to make sure you pre-press these. You don't have to pre-press them as long as I do. That's ridiculous. The only reason I do that is because I have mine set for 20 seconds. And I'm just too lazy to hit the off button. All right. You got too much of a hole in that. The little green guy is basically in the center. I mean, if it was slightly off, you'd never see it. But I would see it, so. All right. Let's see if we get the smoke show again. As long as it's not the press, because I don't want to replace this press. Well, I'm really considering on just pressing that one again. Let's take this one off. We don't have to weed it on the press. We'll just take it off and set it over here. And we'll just throw this on just like this. As long as we get out get it on there flat. It should be good. Make sure it's on flat. That's all we need to do. Better safe than sorry, I'd say. There. I smell burning. That looks good. Okay, this is the one we weren't sure of, right? We're going backwards here. We thought we'd be going for a beer here at 3 o'clock, and it won't be if you keep doing everything over twice. Look how nice that is positioned. All right, so this one's definitely done twice. Don't forget, we still got to fold these. Look good. Man, they're playing a lot of disco today. Well, this isn't really disco, it's dance music. But they are playing a lot of disco today. Yeah, I'm going to keep taking them off, but I'll just not weed them the second time. Like, sleeve them, or I don't know what you call it. I'll just lay them on top for the second one. Yeah, this is definitely not disco. Like 80s music or something. All right, what do we got left here? 2 more XLs. I don't know what that little pink stuff is. Double check this. Looks good. All right. Let's find our fold. I know most people would probably do this in like 15 minutes. They wouldn't be messing around the way I mess around. But this is how I do it. I don't think my center folds exactly. Okay, this is where we had the smoke show, wasn't it? So let's put something on there. Try not to keep that from happening again. That freaked me out. I mean, I do see, yeah, there's steam there again. Well, I don't have to press it that long. Now, it will put press marks in the shirt, but those come out. That looks like it's in the center. I hope whoever these coaches are, or teachers, or whatever they are, I hope they're bigger boys, because these shirts fit big. Look at the line it put in the paper. I don't want that to transfer. If you have, if you're using one of the papers and you have a bunch of wrinkles and stuff on it, it can transfer onto your transfer. For sure. I'm not sure if I'm crazy, but I definitely smell something. Oop. That looks up high, doesn't it? That's 8.5. That's only, I'm just going to pull this shirt up a bit. Looked a little bit high. And it wasn't me. It was off by about 1/4 of an inch. It still looks like it's too high, but I measured it, so. I better be careful because I'm going to be moving that. She nice. It's just, let's see what it looks like when I'm holding it up. Just looks high. Yeah, looks right. Just me. All right, last XL to do. This one's got fuzzies all over it. Good. I am listening to Elton John, Candle in the Wind. That's what's playing since their radio station would not putting on their what they're playing. It's the original version. Look at the steam. Why am I doing that so long? That's going to put a thing in every single one of them. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's the original version. Today normally is a golf day, but when I say golf, I mean not real golf. I got a golden tee machine in the garage. I have buddies that come over and play, but I don't know if we will today because a buddy of mine's father is up from the UK. That doesn't feel like it's in the center. That is. Remember, we got to pull it off a little bit off the front. I'll just keep that out of that. And then we got 5 large at 8. Which that probably is actually at 8. Because I keep having to pull this off the front. So we'll probably just leave that as where it is, and we'll double check the one that's on the collar. I end up with so many of these little ones because, like I say, you got to fill the sheet, right? I ended up with a ton of them. I got to put another order in with this local company here. One of these times, I'm going to put that paper there and it's going to move it. So hopefully you guys are doing something more exciting than me. Seems like the weather's getting a little nicer here in Nova Scotia today. All right. Seems silly to look at them to see if they're in the right spot after it's already on. Like, what are you going to do about it? Looks fantastic. That's what I think it should look like. These shirts are pretty light, like not super light, but they're pretty light. Not like a heavy cotton. And they're cotton, but they're, I don't know how many ounces they are. I'd guess they're probably around 6. Give me, maybe hands up. Fantastic. And I think I'll fold these without streaming that because, well, I already did that today. Another thing I wanted to do is time myself to see how long it's taken me, and I'm sure this is taking me a long time to do each one. Like, time did I start this? There's a lot of moisture in these shirts, man. A lot. Which is odd. They came all the way from BC, actually. And I'm in Nova Scotia. I don't know why they did that. Like, that's literally from one side of the country to the other. Okay. So these are larges. We're going to do 8 inches. Yeah, if you do this and you can get side seam shirts, you know, for the same price or cheaper, I would say go for it. Okay, do not forget to turn this off this time. Oop. That's all it needs, just like a quick shot like that. There is a ton of moisture in there. All right, 8 inches, and we got to double check that collar. We'll bring this right up tight. Right up tight. Let's double check. Pretty close. All right, what does the measuring stick say? That's right on the 8, pretty much. What did the collar? I don't know how those are all lining up. It probably should go out a little bit, but we're not going to. We're going to leave it right there. As long as you remember to move it up or pull the shirt right up tight. They're playing Painted Ladies. And to me. When it's hot like that, it sticks. Mama. On the way, mama. Ah, yes. I'm pretty sure Buddy won't be here right away for its stuff anyways. And a piece of advice, you can take it or chuck it, whatever you want, but get a deposit. And 50% deposit. Make sure that 50% deposit covers all your costs, because I've had people not come back, and yes, it sucks, but at least with the deposit, you get something. I always tell people, I live in a small town. I always tell people that, even though I wouldn't actually ever do it, but it sounds enticing. Whoops, I keep forgetting. Um, to tell people if they don't come back, I'm going to post their shirts, company shirts or whatever, on Facebook and sell them off cheap and say they didn't pay the remainder of the bill. Obviously, I would never do that, but it sucks getting stiffed. But it's all part of the wonderful, wonderful world we live on, especially right now. Things are tight for people. Now they're playing Aerosmith. I don't know why that's like that. We're getting there, people. I'm gonna have lots of these left over.